I am a sheepdog.
I have a subconscious and moral burden
to protect and help the people around me.
I believe in safety, responsibility,
and the God-given right to defend myself and others
from the wolves who seek to steal, kill, and destroy.
I defend the Second Amendment
by properly representing what it means to be a gun owner.
I will put aside my doubts,
my fears, and my excuses.
I will be trained, I will be ready.
I will be confident, and I will be prepared.
While some sheepdogs are born, most are made.
Becoming a sheepdog is a choice,
a new way of thinking, and a new identity.
An alter ego that you must step into.
We are patriots.
We are defenders of liberty.
We protect those we love.
We are sheepdogs.
What is up, guys? Ryan here.
Jaxxon the Machine. And Lincoln.
Okay, Tiff is not feeling good. Tiff, we've been going on like a new walk ever since that guy pulled the gun on me and Jax 2 weeks ago. We started doing this new like walk around Diamond Hill, which is a subdivision near us. And it's like 3.6 miles. And Tiff is like committed to start doing it. So she's been going on this walk. And let me tell you, the walk kind of kicked her ass. She also did like 100 squats this morning. And now she's in like a bunch of pain. But Jaxxon, how many times have you been on that walk with me, Jax? 3 times. And what do you think? Do you like it?
I love it.
You love it? What do you like about it?
It's really long. I don't know.
You said you don't like going with Dad because Dad doesn't talk. I just walk.
Yeah.
You said it's kind of boring.
Doesn't.
Dad's like focused. You like going with Mom, but Mom literally did not stop talking the entire hour and a half we were walking yesterday. You think that's fun?
You don't understand, child.
She was just screaming out words.
She was just screaming out words. I know. So what's up, guys? We have 2 local experts here today. So if you guys have any questions for Lincoln and Jaxxon, just drop it inside of the comments. We got a lot of emails about Jaxxon asking if he was okay after the that gunman pulled the gun on us 2 weeks ago, right? Was it 2 weeks? Yeah, it was, right? So after that guy pulled the gun on us, a lot of people were like, is Jax okay? Somebody accused me and said, like, are you saying, like, just suck it up or whatever and not? Yeah, there you go.
Wait, do it as
now you're the same height.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's really it. What's up, Craig? What's up, Jose? What's up, Arthur? So Arthur is asking, how are you doing, Jax?
Fine.
Like, are you nervous? So, like, the day after the guy pointed the gun at us, you were kind of upset at school, like, kind of felt like crying a little bit.
I was crying.
You were crying at school.
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
And I cried 9 times.
You cried 9 times?
Because of what he's
because of what he said he was going to do to Mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do to him and you.
To you, yeah. So, are you upset still? A little bit? Yeah. He doesn't like me telling the story because it still makes him kind of mad. But I'll tell you guys right now, when we're like sitting out at the bus stop every single morning, do you spend the entire time, Jax,
looking at cars?
Look, what are you looking for?
A white car with
a white crappy car with a scumbag inside of it. So okay, so Shane says, wait, we've been out of the loop. What the heck happened that got y'all a gun pulled on y'all? How many times are you gonna say y'all in that sentence? So we were just walking down the road. Like, I go for a walk every single day, and I used to walk to the Wawa that's near our house, and it was like 2.5 miles away. And as this happened 2 weeks ago, as we're walking, this guy ran a stop sign, and he almost hit us. We were like literally in the middle of the road. So to not see us, that means you are just blatantly not paying attention. So I had some choice words. The guy stopped about a foot away from me. And I just said, yeah, we're representing the 2A Warrior Cloud. We're crushing it, right? So I looked at the guy and said, slow the F down, pay attention. And then the guy, which I shouldn't have done. I should have just said, hey, I'm sorry. It's my fault that you almost killed us in the middle of the street. But this guy jumped out of his car and he wants to fight us. So he tried to get really close to me to close the gap. and I recognized what was happening, and I stepped back, and I was like, back up. And then the dude said something. He's like, he said, you want me to shoot you? And I said, listen, bro, if you go down that path, I said, you're going to end up on a t-shirt. I'm going to put you on a t-shirt, which again, I shouldn't have said, but I was angry and I was upset, and you know, words just flow. So anyway, like the guy's yelling at me, and I said, like, dude, just get in your car, just leave. This isn't even like just accept the fact that you almost hit us, pay attention, and just freaking leave. And then finally the guy was like, he said, I'm going to kick your son in the face. I'm going to do something really terrible to mom, which I'm not going to say. Okay. And then he said, then I'm going to shoot you in the chest. So at this point, what were you doing? What did you have in your hands, Jax, ready to attack this guy?
A big rock.
Like a big rock. And what did you think you were going to do with this big rock?
Smash him in the head.
He was bald.
He was bald? Does that matter? Can you not smash somebody in the
bald
head?
people is powerful.
If he has tons of hair, then it's harder to smash.
Oh, harder because the hair like acts as a spring or something?
Dad,
But if he's bald,
It's
because
smash him in the
Means
forehead.
Jackson
Jackson thinks that bald people are
No,
powerful.
Not anymore.
bald people, maybe they might be more powerful. I don't know.
How?
Most bad guys in movies are bald.
People
except
say that
full
they have
heads
gold in their
hitting
heads.
tables.
What'd you say?
Except your full head, or like your head hitting the tables.
Hitting the tables. Okay. All right. So anyway, Jax starts running, just running away. Okay. And the guy turns around, he sprints to his car. And I'm like, oh, crap, dude. I'm not going to let this dude just grab a gun and then come back at us. So Jackson takes off running. I'm running after Jackson. I'm like, run faster. There's a guy playing basketball in front of his house with his, like, how old is your friend? He's like 11 or 12 years old.
He's 9.
Olin, okay.
Olin,
So, Owen, okay, whatever his name is. So I want you guys to imagine me running up to a total stranger, and I'm like, hey, this guy has a gun. He's threatening to shoot us. We need to take cover behind your car. So me and Jax are hiding by this guy's car, and the homeowner gets very cocky. He decides to walk up to the street to confront this guy, and the bad guy now is in his car. He's pulling up to the house. He points a gun out of the window as he's got his other hand on the steering wheel, scares the crap out of the homeowner, and the homeowner turns around, runs into the house, and me and Jax we didn't really ask permission to go into the guy's house. I kind of just pushed the door open and was like, we're coming in your house.
The woman said, "Come in."
Oh, the lady said, come in?
When I was crying, when the guy was walking, she said, "Come in."
Okay.
And then I walked in, and then you came in.
Yeah, we came in, and Jax sat on the couch. What were you doing on the couch?
Petting the cat.
Petting the cat. And then we called the police, and the rest is history. But the lesson there is, you don't know who you're dealing with. You got to make sure you're prepared. And I think you guys would all agree, tell me in the comments, is society getting more and more dangerous? Are we seeing more and more acts of random violence? I think the answer is yes. So anyway.
Paisley's here.
Yep, Paisley's on here. She said, oh, you guys look adorable. She must
Oh,
be
thank
talking-
you, Paisley.
She must be talking about me, not you guys.
Dad.
Okay, Michelle says, did you get the license plate? Okay, Michelle. As we were, like, the incident was unfolding, I pulled out my phone because I was like, dude, I got to get this dude's plate so he gets arrested, right? So I was probably 30 or maybe more feet away, and I started walking towards the guy with my phone to get the plate, and the guy had already threatened to shoot me, and then he said, I dare you to get closer to me. And I was like, you know what? You're probably right. I'm going to keep a freaking distance because as I teach in the Sheepdog Masterclass, close proximity negates skill. And the closer you are to that attacker, the less skill they need to really hurt you. We called the police. The police came and they,
Didn't do anything.
there's not much that cops can do because all we know is what the guy looks like. We know that it's a crappy white car, but there's really nothing that you can do much. Okay, tough in Florida with only rear plates. Yes, Derek, totally. Was he from New Jersey? We don't know. Yes, people are getting more unhinged and way more aggressive over nothing. Dude, it's really crazy. And I think as the economy gets worse and worse, as people get more and more desperate, and I don't even know if you guys are really following artificial intelligence as much as I am, but AI is going to change everything. Like anyone who has a job that repeats the same task over and over, your job will be replaced by artificial intelligence very, very soon. So because of that, a lot of people are going to be out of work. You know, is it Pepsi? Pepsi already bought, I think it's like 100 fully autonomous trucks that drive by themselves and make deliveries and all that.
He spent 100 billion.
Who did?
Coke.
Elon?
No, whoever owns Pepsi.
The Pepsi spent $100 billion buying these trucks?
I think.
You think so? Okay.
That's what I heard from YouTube.
You gotta talk in the mic, buddy.
All I know is I'm pretty sure that Coca-Cola spent $100 billion or $100 million on something.
What do you guys think about McDonald's? McDonald's just rolled out the first fully autonomous restaurant in Texas. No people there. So you can go through the drive-thru, order food, pay, get your food through the window, and there's no people interaction. So that is going to eliminate a tremendous amount of jobs in America. So as people are more and more desperate for work, and we have, somebody told me, I don't know if this is true, maybe you guys can tell me in the comments, they told me that 86,000 illegal immigrants came across the border on the one day that law changed. Is that true? So if that is true, and we have hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants coming across the border, dude, they're going to be desperate. They're going to need money. And they're going to be willing to do a lot to be able to provide for themselves and for their families, which, in my opinion, means things are going to get significantly worse. What do you think, Jax?
It's going to get very bad.
Yeah?
People aren't going to have anything.
Yeah.
Own anything.
Talk
All
loud.
I know.
What?
Okay. All I know is you also said that you are gonna do, whatever you need to do to feed us.
Yeah, I mean, Dad, I'm just in the same boat, right? Like, I think everybody on here, if I couldn't provide for my family and couldn't provide food, I will do a lot of stuff to be able to take care of my family. I'm not interested in hurting other people, but I'll break into a business. I'll break into a store. I'll steal something if that's what I have to do, because that's just kind of the way that it is, right?
Is that something you should say?
What's that?
Is that something you should say?
Is that something I should say? I don't know. I think everybody agrees. Okay, so Derek, that kid that died in Safety Harbor happened a few blocks from me. What was that? I don't know about that. Circle K and 7-Eleven gas stations. Arthur, I hope Tiff feels better. You know, Arthur, I told Tiffany she was walking like she's 80 years old with her hips. And I said, Tiff, tomorrow's going to be a lot worse. Like, your back's going to hurt a lot tomorrow. But you just got to be consistent. Keep going.
Dad,
Careful what you say, bro.
Careful what you say, bro.
Okay, it makes no that Florida is going to have constitutional carry, but no open carry. It makes no sense that Florida is going to have constitutional carry, no open carry. It's actually the opposite. What's up? So here's what a lot of people don't understand about open carry. You know, constitutional carry has been proposed in Florida for at least the last 7 years. And usually when constitutional carry is proposed in Florida, there's an open carry provision. What many people don't understand, though, at the moment, a no guns allowed sign on a business has no weight of law, which means we can ignore those signs and we can still bring a firearm inside of that business because those signs are not enforceable. With the previous constitutional carry bills that allowed open carry, they also allowed a provision that businesses could say whether they wanted firearms or not. So if you think about it, we would actually lose our rights. We would lose our ability to carry firearms in many stores because I guarantee you as soon as that was there, Walmart, Target, all the big major retailers, they would have signs that say no guns allowed. Then you would those signs would be enforceable. And you would be forced to comply, and you could not bring a firearm in there lawfully. That is why I think this time when they proposed permitless carry, they were smart, and they removed the open carry provisions. We do not want the open carry provisions because it will eliminate our right to carry our firearm wherever we want to concealed. Does that make sense to everybody? Does everybody agree with that and see why that's important? Wawa, all kinds of commercials out promoting food and drink. Okay. I'm walking. Michelle's walking the same way with her hips. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, Michelle says she agrees with the open carry thing. Let's see. Okay, Lisa, makes sense. There's 60 of you guys on here, and I only got 2 responses. Okay, Dan the man agrees. Yeah. So we have to be very cautious. Like, many times there are bills that are proposed that they give us something, but they also take a lot away. And we have to make sure that we're gaining more than we're losing. And I think concealed carry is way more important. So Jay says, no, I want it all my way. Okay, all right. So Joe says Florida will become a giant gun-free zone. I think it will. I think as soon as businesses understand that they can do that, they'll just ban everything. What do you think, Jax? How would you feel, Jackson, if we were out doing like a family fun day and there was some guy with an AK-47 on his back? Would you feel comfortable or would you feel uncomfortable?
Very uncomfortable.
Why uncomfortable?
Because at any moment it could die.
Okay, any moment they could do something stupid. What do you think, Link?
Honestly, if I'm going to be honest, if I were like you and the guy had an AK-47 on his back, I would go I would first put my family somewhere.
Look at the camera.
I'd put my family somewhere probably, and then I would go say,
now this is a
you
good
can't
guy.
do
Now
this.
before you do anything crazy, you can't shoot the guy. This
No,
is
you gotta hear my story first. I'm not
No.
gonna do that. I know this might sound stupid, but I'm probably just gonna go up and say you can't do this, even though can't you? Or you can't.
Well, they're
right?
talking about trying to make it legal. So yeah, they're trying to some people want it to be lawful to walk around with an AK or an AR.
Why?
I honestly don't know why. Here's the thing. I meet so many gun owners. In fact, today I was at the gun range, and there were two people who were not my students, and they were wearing unit shirts, like they were in part of a special forces unit or something, which they're not because they don't know how to shoot, so they're definitely not SF. But they seem like they've owned guns for a while. It's just a vibe that I got. But they don't understand the proper grip. They're jerking and shooting way low left. They just don't understand. And I see how many people every day when I'm at the gun range don't understand the basic fundamentals of shooting, that it honestly makes me very nervous because I know that most gun owners don't know the basics. So walking around out there, I just don't know what kind of dumb stuff you're going to do. So Eric says, my personal opinion is that open carry is more dangerous. I agree. It makes me more of a target to people trying to take my firearm. 100%. It's on his back. I'd be more concerned if he was holding it. Yeah, 100%, Michelle. But I got to be honest. If I see there's some of these YouTubers that walk around public places with ARs on their chest, if I see that, I am getting the hell out of there. I'm leaving.
I'll
not
call the
sticking around.
cops.
You can't call the cops because they're not doing anything illegal, but I'm not going to stick around.
And even if it was illegal, the cops never do anything.
I think the cops try to do stuff sometimes,
Yeah,
but there's only so much they can do. As a counter, states like South Dakota are open and very few restrictions. Yep, totally agree. Makes sense. Also, a lot less population in South Dakota, right? So compared to Florida, we probably have more people in Tampa than all South Dakota does in the entire country. So a little bit different. All right, any big questions for me or any big questions for the boys? Let's look at their expertise. Oh no. Jackson! How many subscribers do you have on YouTube right now, Jax?
508.
508 subscribers on his YouTube channel. What's the name of your YouTube channel?
Jasxon Thomas.
Is that it? Just Jackson Thomas? So if you have any little kids Jackson's age that like to watch funny stuff, have them go over to Jackson Thomas on YouTube. And what's your YouTube channel, Jax? Or Link?
Lincoln Thomas.
Oh, wow. I guess we picked those names very strategically, right?
Yeah,
I
you
tried
did.
to change it.
You tried to change it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whatever.
you don't want to change it. You want to keep that name because that's your brand for when you get older, buddy.
Yeah, you'll have to remember it.
Yeah, so Bill says Minnesota or Michigan, MI, whatever one that is, has open carry, but I prefer concealed carry. Okay, Lisa, I was happy that I concealed carry while in a store today. Awesome. A young guy gave me a weird vibe. I pretended to look and talk at the guinea pigs until he decided I was not a target. I watched him leave. Okay, that's pretty cool. With the G. Okay, awesome. All right, so let's get into the first question that I have for today, which is from Doug.
Hi, Ryan. It's Doug. I've got two issues for you to comment on. One, on a magazine, how long can you store bullets in there before it would damage the spring? Is there any guideline for that? Secondly, I'm trying to get over this anticipation when I shoot. After getting the target zeroed in, the sight's all ready, I slowly pull back until the trigger until the gun goes off. In the meantime, I'm anticipating the bang. And I'm not jerking the trigger, I'm pulling slow back until it goes off. Another guy on the internet said, once you get your sight picture, quickly pull the trigger so your brain doesn't have time to think anymore. Do you have any of your drills that I have purchased that would apply to this? Or what do you suggest for overcoming this problem? Thanks.
Okay, so what did you say, Jax? Say it in the mic.
Oh, what was that?
You just said, what was the question?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I played the question, but they can hear it. We can't hear it. So the question was from Doug Dempsey. So he's bought a lot of our courses, even though I've never shot with him in person, but which is kind of the problem, Doug, to be very honest, because there's only so much I can do when I'm not watching you. But his question is that he's jerking the trigger a lot. He thinks he's pulling the trigger smoothly, but the truth is that you're not. Like, the target never lies. The target is the visual representation of your ability to demonstrate the shooting fundamentals. And if your target is showing, if you're a right-handed shooter and your shots are going low left, then that is more than likely because you are being way too aggressive on the trigger. Now, his question was, what drills can help me with pulling the trigger properly? So you could do the trigger press drill, the casing drill, the penny drill, what is it called? The ball and dummy drill is probably the most important. See, here's the problem, Doug, and this goes for everybody. Dry fire training is really critical because dry fire training allows you to start programming the subconscious part of your brain to always pull the trigger properly. The problem is your brain knows the gun is unloaded. So then when you're doing dry fire and it's perfect, the trigger you always pull it perfectly, but then as soon as you load the gun, you start jerking it really bad. So dry fire training always has to be combined with live fire training. And the ball and dummy drill, which I teach inside of the Sheepdog Masterclass and the 99 live fire shooting drills course, is messing up your subconscious because you're working with a partner and you don't actually know if the gun is loaded or not, which has a lot of power to really trick you into how you have to pull that trigger properly. What are your thoughts, Jaxon, on the ball and dummy drill?
Is it that, like, string?
The string drill?
Sights. That's sights.
What is it?
No, that's the Brock string.
Okay, what is it?
The ball and dummy drill is where, like, let's say, Link, you were going to shoot, and I say, Lincoln, turn around, face the wall. Don't look at me. And I basically take the gun, and I can either load it or unload it. But then I tell you, okay, turn around, and I hand you the gun, and let's say it's unloaded. And I say, hey, Lincoln, this gun is loaded. I want you to go ahead and take it, and I want you to fire one shot into the circle, okay? And then you think it's loaded, so now you go up, and you end up jerking the trigger, and the gun dips like this. Let's see it in the camera. The gun will dip. So that allows you visually to see, ooh, I just jerked the trigger because I thought it was loaded even though it wasn't.
Is the penny drill the one where you put the penny on the front
Top
part?
of the sight.
Yeah.
And then you got to pull it smoothly without it falling, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And have you done the penny drill? Did you do it without the penny falling?
I've done it with the airsoft gun.
You did it with the Glock 2.
I did?
Yeah. Back at the old house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, can I start doing 21 dry fire?
If you want to.
I asked you again.
Okay, so plus, like John Lavelle, Warrior Poet said, if more people open carry, then it'll get people used to and acclimated with firearms. It can have a lot of positive results. Potentially, all things can have positive results. Yeah, I think it could potentially reduce violent crime, open carrying. But I got to tell you, it's just not. Like, I went to a gas station one time, and as I was walking in, I looked through the windows, and there was a bunch of people, and I could tell everybody's acting very strange in the building. So I started scanning the building, looking like, why is everybody acting like this? And I see a guy standing at the counter, and he's got his gun right on his side. This guy was obviously breaking the law. He didn't understand you're not allowed to open carry just at a gas station. But everybody was very nervous inside. And I went in. It didn't bother me. I went in, bought my drink or whatever, and then I just walked out. Yeah, so you just have to know that you're going to freak people out. And the other part that scares me about it is when you do have an anti-gun kind of person who's not used to it, are they going to dial 911? Are they going to dial 911 and say, hey, there's this really nice guy. His name's Jay Chambers. He's inside of the Publix. He's shopping. He's very calm. Like, not a big deal, but he has a gun. Like, maybe somebody can come check. Is that how they're going to dial 911? Or are they going to call 911 and say, there's a man in Publix with a gun. Get the police here fast. I think this is an active shooting. How do the cops respond to that incident? They respond pretty aggressively, right? Kind of like the video that I show inside of my training of the young man who was in the Walmart. He found a airsoft BB gun. He picked it up and was playing with the airsoft gun while his mom was on the next aisle shopping. So imagine this, boys. You're in a store. You pick up a toy gun in the store. A woman in the store called 911 and said there's an active shooter in the store. This guy is going to kill people. The police come, and this video is in our training, and from like probably 50 yards away, the cop just shot this kid with a BB gun right in the chest and killed him. This was a kid who was like 19 or whatever with his mom, and he's holding a BB gun standing on an aisle.
Why would there be a BB gun?
Because Walmart sells BB guns. Walmart does, yeah.
Don't they sell real ammo too?
They do sell real ammo. But the
Don't
point
they
is,
sell real guns?
that guy was killed because somebody dialed 911 and wildly overreacted. I'm not going to put myself or my family in that situation. I don't know. Seems crazy to me. Any thoughts on that, Link? Like, what do you think? Should the cops shoot somebody like that?
No.
No? What should they do instead?
Well, honestly, I don't blame them because a guy is screaming there's an active shooter, and I bet he can't see the little orange tip from that far.
Yeah, probably couldn't. But should that girl who dialed 911 and made that fake call, should she go to jail?
It was all her fault, honestly.
Should she go to jail?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Jax?
The police should have, like, instead of shooting him right there, he should have, like, screamed and said, put the gun down.
Yeah.
He should have even identified
Step
it.
back.
Yeah.
And then let the police grab the gun.
And they should
But
have
it was a
noticed that if there was nobody is screaming, nobody's
that's
crying
what I
in the
was gonna say.
store, this clearly isn't a shooting, right? This clearly isn't an active shooting. So, what's up, Tom Cigars? Good to see you, buddy. So the only other question that we had today was somebody from New Jersey who was asking if he lives in Jersey, but he wants to know if he can get a non-resident permit in the state of Florida. What's the matter, bud?
I'm yawning so much.
Yawning so much, that's okay. So he wants to get a concealed carry permit in Florida as a non-resident. And yes, that is 100% lawful. Very, very easy. Any other questions inside the comments? Anything you guys want to really talk about or get some expert advice from Jasxon and reactionary anti-gun folks really imagine it's a shooter? Yeah, I mean, just look at how much people freak out in society and fabricate nonsense that is happening. It's happening on like a daily basis, right? Do you guys remember I was sharing this story at the gun store today? There was a man and a woman that got into a road rage incident. The man drove away, and then the woman dialed 911 and said, this man got into a road rage, and he threatened to shoot me, pointed a gun at me. So she had the guy's license plate. The police find the guy and arrest him. They have him in handcuffs, and they say, do you have a concealed carry permit? He's like, yes. And they said, do you have a gun in your car? And he said, no, I don't have a gun in the car. So they were going to take this guy to jail because the woman claimed that he brandished a gun. The only thing that saved this guy's life and from going to jail is that he had a dash cam that recorded the entire incident. But what would have happened if this guy wouldn't have had a dash cam? What would have happened if this guy had his gun on him and didn't have a dash cam? He would have gone to jail. And it would have been his word against the other woman's. And he would have gone to jail. That would have been on his record forever, right? So this is what, you just don't know who you're dealing with. Plus you get cool footage. Yep, I agree. That's why I have a dash cam. Yep. Okay, so Jay Chambers says, how is your pup, Coco? So how's Coco, Jax?
Beautiful.
Say, talk.
She's beautiful, and she got really fat.
She did get really fat. How many pugs do you want to have when you're a grown up? You told me this yesterday, and I was shocked.
5 or 4.
5 or 4? Why so many?
I love them.
Because you just love pugs. So is your logo when you get older going to be Jasxon the Machine and like a picture of a tricked out pug with like a tattoo on its face or something?
With his eyes. Look at that. Tattoo.
Okay, here's Coco, who is the most needy dog I've ever owned. She is very needy, like desperately needs to be pet every single day, or she really gets sad. So she's good. She's pregnant right now, which we are not happy about. It happened against our wishes. So we're going to be having snug puppies soon, which are Schnauzer pug pups, and they are very ugly. But apparently they sell for $1,000 each, so we'll be able to sell those suckers and get some gold teeth.
Shane, I'm in 5th grade, and you're in, what grade are you in?
What was that?
Okay, Katie says our 9-year-old subscribed to Jasxon. One we don't mind him watching. He loves to watch his one with us on Mondays. He's concerned when he didn't see Tiffany. Okay, yes, Katie, we appreciate him. All right, so Derek says, is it Lincoln who got the scorpion? No, that was Jax, him right here. If so, is he shooting it as a pistol or a brace? Oh, are you talking about the scorpion pistol? Yeah, so we have a scorpion pistol. I actually went last night to try to do the amnesty and SBR a couple of the AR pistols that I have. I don't know if has anybody done this yet? Has anybody tried to do the amnesty and get the free tax stamp on AR pistols? And I know you guys are gonna be like, oh, I don't want my guns registered. I already have so many short barrel rifles and suppressors. It doesn't matter. I'm already on a bunch of lists. So anyway, I went through to do it last night. Would you guys believe these idiots have made it so complicated? They will not allow me to apply for the amnesty unless I go to my attorney who drafted my trust. The attorney has to write a provision in the trust that said that I own this firearm before the January 31st when the amnesty date started. And then I have to do something else and sign it and get it notarized. So I'm like, F you. I'm not going to do it. I'll just take the freaking the brace off. And I'm just not going to do it. It's so flippin' stupid. So anyway, very angry about that. All right, so Arthur says she is so cute. She is cute, but dude, I don't know if you guys have ever owned a pug. The other day, her stomach was so fat. And I said to Tiff, I was like, oh my God, she's definitely pregnant because her stomach is like protruding out, right?
Like this big.
But she kept throwing up. She vomited like 7 or 9 times or something that day.
Like 18.
It was a lot. And then the next day, she was super skinny again. So what happened, Jax? What did she do? Why was she so fat?
She's a pig and she eats lots of food.
Yeah, if there's food there, like she has no control over how much food she eats.
Except lettuce. She does not like lettuce.
Yeah, why would a dog like lettuce?
Well, I put a little bit of burger and then tons of lettuce.
I put a little bit of butter.
And then she ate it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
yeah.
hold on. Guys, listen to the sounds she makes.
Okay.
Hold on. This is ASMR now.
You're not going to be able to hear it.
Do you hear it?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Okay, so Jay, cheek weld, buffer tube without an arm brace. Yep. Okay, so AG says I lengthened my barrel, so now I'm good to go. I could do that, I guess. I would have to buy another barrel, though, which I really don't want to do. Okay, so Potomac Mike says, that's why I think open carry is good, getting others more comfortable around people with firearms. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, some people can get freaked out, smart when open carrying. Yeah, I think it's great. And I mean, if you look at a place like Texas that has had open carry for a very long time, it's not a big deal in Texas. I don't know. I just think because there's so many people moving from New York and New Jersey who are anti-gun in Florida, that it might have different consequences. But frankly, we just don't know until it actually happens. So anyway, it doesn't really matter. We'll just see whatever happens. Okay, Derek says he hears it. He hears Coco. She's annoying.
She's so loud.
She's so loud, dude. Yeah. But Jax loves his pugs. So thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate ya. Remember, if you have a 9-year-old boy who who likes funny videos, go follow Jasxon at
Follow,
subscribe
Andy?
to Jasxon. Jasxon Thomas on YouTube. Lincoln Thomas on YouTube. And let's help them blow up.
Tell everybody you know.
We are all starting this big YouTube course this Friday.
Oh yeah.
This Friday.
Daryl?
With Daryl Eves. It is 8 hours of work every week that you guys got to do. So during this summer break, it's 4 months. So the whole summer, you guys are going to be working on YouTube, building your YouTube business, and really kicking butt. You agree?
I was like 1,000 to get money, so yeah, sure.
That only need 1,000 to get money, but we're also going to show you some other ways to make money with it. Okay, so Lisa says, did you say if open carry passes, I can't conceal carry? That's not what I said. The previous bills that have been proposed for open carry had provisions that said if a business doesn't want somebody to carry a gun into the business, they can put a sign up that says no guns allowed. But that would also apply to concealed carry guns. So at the moment, if Walmart or Bank of America says no guns allowed, we can ignore those signs because those signs don't have any weight of law. But with the open carry bills that have been proposed in the past, I don't know about the bills proposed in the future. The bills proposed in the past said that Bank of America's no guns allowed sign would prohibit open carry and concealed carry. So we would actually lose rights if open carry was allowed under the previous versions of the bills. Again, we don't know what the future versions will say, but oh yeah, they could trespass you. They could do all kinds of stuff. So anyway, all right, guys. Last thing I'm gonna say, and then we're gonna end it, is Warrior Cloud. If you are a firearms instructor or you are looking to launch and grow a firearms training business, we have been doing a free masterclass called the Unstoppable Instructor Masterclass. We did it last Thursday. It was epic. We're going to do another one here in June, I believe. And we're going to be sharing the secrets that me and Tiffany have used to make millions of dollars as firearms instructors and help you guys really grow your business. What are you thinking? Tell me.
No, he did it. I know.
I saw your face. What the hell? What was that?
Because
I was trying to see what words.
Dad.
What words are coming out of my mouth?
Dad,
Because
I
it's
can
delayed.
tell.
That's why it's delayed. All right, so if you're a gun instructor or you want to be a gun instructor and you want to shortcut your success, all you got to do is go to warriorcloud.io/access and register for the Unstoppable Instructor Masterclass. Okay, so Adelie says, can we still get a firearm the same day with the CCW once the new law starts? Yes, Adelie, as long as you pass the background check, then you can still take possession of the gun the same day, which is really awesome. All right, guys, we really appreciate you. Have a great week. Be safe. Is that what we're doing right now?
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
Actually, no.
Have a great week. Be safe.
Wait, hold on. Toto Melon. Oh, bye, guys. Bye.
Okay, bye, guys.
Sheepdogs,